A macro video for quite some time, but this really was stimulated by a consultation I did yesterday with a gentleman who had a transplant down here in Dallas that looked beyond unnatural. It wasn't plugs, it just was a very, very bad hairline. It was in this frontal temporal area, the place where he went said they would not rebuild the temples, and they said it was too difficult. So at that point I showed him a lot of photos, and we just have this gentleman here who's 18 months out from a frontal temporal rebuild, and it's just so natural that I can't even tell the transition between transplanted temporal hair and untransplanted temporal hair. I'm going to show you the difference in a moment. It's all transplanted all the way across here, but this part here is not transplanted. This part is here, but you can see how actually it's completely feathered in. The angles are perfect there. And without this, what happened with the gentleman that I saw yesterday who had 4 treatments by another outfit here in Dallas, he did not match his temporal hairline, and it looked like a toupee. It wasn't because it was badly, well, it wasn't well done, but it was because the temples didn't match. And what he was told is, we can't do your temples. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, if you want to come through to me and I'm not going to do your temples, you better just leave. Because without the temporal rebuild to match this, the frame to this area looks like a toupee, because the lid effect, which is the frontal hairline, when it doesn't match a temporal hairline, it's a real problem. The two have got to match, and that's a proper frame to the face. So I just wanted to show you, I mean, literally the comb through, you cannot even see the grafts. I mean, this from here to here is grafted. The top half of this is grafted. This half is not grafted down here, but extremely hard to see unless you're a transplant surgeon. Even if you're a transplant surgeon, you have to get in within a very short distance. We're going to show the other side now. We're now showing the other side just to show you how beautiful balances is. All this from here down to there is all transplanted temporal hair, and literally you cannot tell it's transplanted. The angles are perfect. They match the natural growth patterns of a temporal hair. And again, I just want you to conceptualize. I'm going to show you the before and afters as well in this, but I want you to conceptualize this hairline extending back to there, being transplanted, and then this coming down. That is what a toupee is. And that's the funny thing, it's not a plug issue. It's not even a badly grafted issue that is the problem. It's unbalanced hair. We have to understand how hair is lost. We have to understand natural hair loss patterns, and we have to then thereby understand how to rebuild it, because no person builds up a hairline in the front without a temporal support. And with that, unless you do a very, very conservative hairline, and even in that case, the gentleman that I saw yesterday had a conservative hairline. It was badly done a hairline, but worse than that, it still is too far forward in position to his temporal hair, and he was about to go back and get a 5th transplant in an area that he should not even have had transplanted, and it wasn't even balanced to the temporal hair. So if you can understand a little bit of anger in my voice, it's just because of the insanity of really not understanding hair loss patterns. If you don't understand hair loss patterns, you shouldn't be doing restoration. So I just want you to understand that the hardest thing to do is good temporal rebuilds. And this temple, I mean, you literally cannot tell this was transplanted, even with this macro lens attached to the camera.